News 46 is brought to you by
started playing guitar after I left the Army, and I started to bang on a guitar and play in coffee houses 40 years ago, and here I am, 64 years old, still doing it. And over time it's evolved, and I've found different musics I love, like the Western swing music and traditional jazz, but I started out playing folk music in places like this when I was a young man, 22, 23 years old.
And you were a part of Vietnam, correct?
Yes, I was. I was drafted into the Army in the July of 1967. I fought in the Tet Offensive with the 1st to 22nd Battalion and the 4th Infantry Division.
And what did that do to influence you as a musician and as a guitar player?
Well, I wanted nothing more to do with guns and shooting anymore, and I didn't like loud noises. And when I left the Army, I couldn't be the person that I once was. And one of the things I did was I took up guitar as more or less a therapy. And it's sustained me through years and years and years. The time alone that I've spent playing has been quality time for me. It's been a great companion.
You play such a variety of different things. You sound very versatile to me. I don't know what to label what you play. Some of it sounds like it has a Western kind of tone to it. Some of it may be more jazz. What do you consider yourself? What type of musician?
It's American music. My education was in American Studies at Chico State. And it's American music. It's uniquely American music. So it is blues, it is jazz, it is country. You know, and some of these songs, these jazz tunes, were quite popular too, so it was pop as well. So it just is American music, and it's really hard to try and pigeonhole American music because it really is vast, and there are different aspects to it. But it's because of America as the melting pot. The French brought the horns, that's why there's horns in New Orleans. The Spanish brought the guitar, the Irish brought the fiddle, they had the piano. And the Africans made their own banjo, and so that's where American music comes from. Is just all that melting together of all those musical ideas and cultures, and it became something just truly unique. And a lot of people call it jazz. You could call it blues or jazz, really, but you know, it's American music.
What a great way to put it. Today we're here at the Off 160 Coffee House. Before we had the interview, you told me all the different places you've played. What sets a coffee house, especially Off 160, what sets it apart from the other types of places that you've played?
Well, it's the family atmosphere. If you look around here, I brought part of my living room down, my speaker cabinet and guitar and my chair that I sit and play in. It's like being in your own living room. It's like being at home. There's not a lot of glitter and glitz and bells going off and lights, and it's much more soothing atmosphere, and a place where you can bring friends and talk, play a game of chess or dominoes or a game of cards, or talk about art or literature, those things that are important to humans. And
listen to some great music.
And listen to some great music, yeah. And be sure and come down on Friday nights because it's an absolute zoo down here, and we just have a great time.